We didn't do an intro though. We'll just I'll take
Today
this. I'll
is
put it at the front. Today is
today is August 27th.
yeah 12/4. Oh no, it's the 26th. Oh no.
Oh
Oh
no!
no.
Now we have to put this at the intro.
Ugh.
No.
Yup. You finally saw the Wukong thing. But yeah, exactly. It just looks like a Souls game. So I'm not super particularly hype because I'm not a like
But
oh
it's cool.
Souls. But I was like, oh dude, this looks sick, you know?
I also look into more of Wukong's lore.
Yeah, and what do you think? Was it interesting or
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
I think I just get it more now.
what would it interest you in talking about? We talking about game
No.
design.
Nothing would interest me, man.
Nothing.
Also, why are you doing this every day?
I think it'd be fun.
I just think it burns out if you do it every day.
Maybe. I mean, what is the most popular podcast right now? Joe Rogan. I think he does about 5 times a week.
Sure, but you're not there. You're not popular. I'm sorry to break it to you, but
True,
it
but
turns
like,
out
I mean, is there a downside to doing it daily?
you burn out.
Like on what? Like me as making them or as content?
No, I mean, just as content, I feel I don't know if we have interesting enough things to say over the course of the multitude of many days.
I think that I would cross that bridge when I come to it, but I literally don't think that's like there's so many topics and so much things that we can actually literally
Yeah, well,
talk
I don't
about.
know. I don't know if I can provide interesting enough conversational leeway. I don't even know what the word I'm looking for here is, but nonetheless,
Conversation for 2 episodes though?
I don't
I
know.
mean, it's
I'm
not
just
gonna
saying
be you and me forever.
that's what it's starting to look like.
I mean, yeah,
That's life.
but like for example, like daily vloggers,
Uh-huh.
like they not only it's not even talking, like they literally have to. I feel like you've looked into it enough because you're trying to be a YouTuber, right?
I mean, that's a broad word, I will say, but
A
sure.
broad word, but like I feel like a lot of gaming YouTubers upload daily.
Yeah,
And not
that is
only
true.
daily, but I feel like a lot of them upload multiple videos daily. Like a
I
lot
don't
of
know
them will
about
have
that one.
a lot of them will have like multiple let's plays.
I don't know about multiple things daily per se.
Definitely daily though. I would say the average.
I could
I
see
just know I
daily, yeah.
follow a lot of them that do multiple videos. Like they release 4 videos.
Okay.
And then they live stream on the side of YouTube. So what they do is they'll upload their live stream
But the
to
biggest thing is
YouTube.
about gaming is you can just film that all in one go and then just cut that into 4 parts because you game for 5 hours.
Yeah.
It's
And then they just
yeah,
upload that.
yeah.
And I
So
get
it's
that
not
your content's different,
yeah.
you edit it. But I'll give you an example. This dude that I love right now, DGR, he just does Mario Maker levels. He's been kind of
I
branching
remember.
out lately. He heavily edits his videos. He throws in really nice editing, cuts out all the boring parts. It actually really reminds me of the stuff you do.
Does
Isn't
he do
even super
heavy
great
editing?
quality.
I think I remember you showing me him. I think one time.
So
I don't
he
remember.
has specific. So if it's a challenge level that someone
Uh-huh.
specifically made for him, he doesn't edit stuff out because he wants to showcase like the whole
Oh,
thing.
that might be it then.
But if he's just doing like a random video, he's like, oh, today I'm playing expert levels. Like he cuts
Sure.
out, like he'll die in Mario Maker, and he cuts out everything of him up to the moment again. So you
No,
never have to watch him
I see him cutting. I see him cutting for sure. I
Yeah.
just don't. I don't remember heavy editing. I guess per se.
I guess
that
I
is
guess not
editing.
including stuff, but he goes to he watches the video and he
Uh-huh.
and he
And then
does it.
cuts his stuff. Okay, sure.
And so but he uploads daily, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be like, wow, he must run out of content. Because think about it, Mario Maker, like, is the same. Like there's very little. Like at least if we're not playing a game, you can branch out into anything you want. Mario Maker is literally just what Mario levels am I playing today? That dude's been going for more than 3 years on the
But think
same
about,
game.
I don't know. You could probably just have some sort of list be made.
Totally.
And, that can just aggregate. This is the thing. It's he just makes a post on Twitter or something. It's oh, send me your Mario Maker levels, and then I bet they just keep coming. First of all,
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. I feel like with topics, you can always like literally this right now. Like
Sure,
we just talking
sure.
about it. But like
I guess
literally, you just
that's
go
fair.
like Black Myth Wukong just came out, or like new game just came out, or like
No,
we're playing
I
Valorant.
get what
The
you
new
mean.
Runeterra
Just
update came out. We could literally talk about that whole thing. And so
okay, wait. Okay, so I guess I understand what you mean that you'll never run out of things to perhaps say, but I don't think I'll always have something to say about whatever your topic is. And I'm
yeah,
saying we might run out of topics sooner for me than for you per se.
definitely. And I also wanted to do so I didn't want to do it every day, right? I want to take Sundays
Hmm.
off. But I also
Sure.
wanted to like have a storytelling part. Because a lot of Tilt is like it is fun to do like modern things and like we ate the pepper and like sometimes we do like we talk about modern topics. But like we also it's like we reminisce and we're like, yo, do you guys remember what happened here? And it gives people the opportunity to tell a story about their life that we can just kind of archive and have forever. And I don't know about like actually I do know about you. We have so many stories to tell.
The
Like
problem
so
is
many
my
what about
memory is actually trash.
oh my goodness.
The problem is, sure, a lot of things happen in my life. They've been exciting to boring to amusing to all
Yeah.
of these ranges of emotions. But the problem is, I don't remember them well enough to tell the story once again.
True, but I mean I'm just talking look, Tilt's what, 5 people?
Sure,
And we can bring on other people. Like I'm not gonna lie,
well,
I
yeah,
think
but it's five people.
it'd be dope to bring Lance and Aldewan and you and have a Smash Bros. And Critch, I guess. I guess did he ever go to a tournament with you guys? I'm just talking about the people who went to a tournament.
I mean, I never went to a tournament.
Oh, I thought you totally did. Weren't you training that one day with Aldo? And it
No,
didn't work
not at
because your
all.
Wi-Fi wasn't good enough?
Oh no. I mean, I guess I went to an online one, but like,
Yeah.
I never paid for any tournaments at the very least.
Okay. Well, I think it'd be sick to talk about like, especially with Lance. I think Lance is the most professional video game player in our friend group.
I mean,
Like,
for sure.
he
You
literally
see
has a
him on,
scholarship for it,
you
which is
and
sick.
then like you
And I
see him
think
on
that's a whole
Valorant,
episode of Till, and we
Smash.
just bring on Lance and we talk to him.
Sure.
And my point is like, even if you don't really have a lot to bring to the conversation, like you can just be here. And if there's 4 other people, like I'm not gonna lie, when we filmed the Tilt with the anime, like
The one we were making.
yeah, like a lot of people
Uh,
just sat there
yeah,
and
it's
they
true.
probably
I
talked like
noticed
they
that.
didn't talk a lot, and that's fine.
I
Like
noticed that.
you just kind of are just like one person kind of takes over and they reminisce, and then it's like oh cool.
No,
Maybe you
I
have a
just sat
comment,
there and
maybe you
watched.
remember something, you know?
No, I just sat there and I watched as I sat there and did nothing that entire episode. I remember
Yeah.
that very
Well,
well.
anyways, another point I think I'd like to make is if you want to go into YouTube, would you want to do daily videos?
Um,
Like literally
no,
dream, like the dream.
no, I don't think so. Like,
What?
oh, like
How
you're saying,
often
like
would you want to
like would
upload?
you like would I want to like if I were to professionally and then like start doing daily videos?
Yeah.
I mean, if I could professionally go, perhaps, but that's not what I'm aiming for. Is the thing. I'm literally looking for
Okay.
a job right now, and then once I get a job, I still want to continue doing it. Is the whole point.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the thing.
And it's so you're sticking with the claim that it's just for fun.
Yeah, honestly, the whole point is like it's the same reason as like you think, oh, these are fun memories that are going to be put up, and then we can see. I think it's the same thing. I think there's a lot of fun moments that when we game together, that
Oh
it's
yeah.
just fun to watch.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, and totally. And so another thing is like I feel like if I well I definitely see the point of view of like do to tilt the show every day. Like that's a lot. But in the same boat, like I don't feel like we'd ever really run out of things or
Dude,
people.
I got it. I understand your point, and if you think you can keep it up, that's all that
Yeah.
matters. That really
Well,
is
yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah,
matters
yeah.
in the end.
But yeah, so that's and I was just gonna get to the point of like it is like a thing for me where I think if we don't do it,
Mm-hmm.
like say tonight I was just like, nah, I'm too tired, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, I'm not feeling it. Cause I'll lie with you, I literally turned this light off, I laid in bed, and I was like, I'm gonna just send a text out and be like, I don't have it in me. And then you text me like, all right, I'm ready. And I was like, you know what? I sat back up, I plugged in my light, I was like, let's go. And so,
Well, that's why you also get on a schedule instead of like doing it whenever you're feeling like it, whenever you're
yeah,
available. That's why you do a schedule instead.
totally. But so the point I was going to is I'd feel like if I brush it off like that,
Mm-hmm.
or when I originally wanted to do it, and like, or like when someone says, "Oh, I can't do it. Why don't we just do it tomorrow?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it always gets pushed off and never gets done or never gets made.
And
Like
no, that's true. Like
like
it's
Critch
kind of like a
Critch
mindset.
told me on Monday, he's like, all right, let's not do it Monday, let's do it Tuesday. So I just
Okay.
did one Monday by myself. Tuesday I'm like, hey
Mhm.
dude, come do it.
Yeah, and then the rest is history. We've seen how
And the
it's
rest
played
is
out.
history. And so it's like I'm not hating on, but it's like I personally feel like everyone, like there'll always be someone who's like, I can't make it, or I can't do it,
Hmm.
or this and this. It's like, yeah, but like if I give in to those, we're just gonna go for another 3 months without a tilt, you know.
Sure.
So
So the
I'd
thing is,
I'd rather do more content than necessary than no content.
no, that's fair. But the thing is, though, like, let's say the case arises where no one except you can show up. Like, how well can you speak by yourself? I saw the update video you did, but like, you can't just update every time.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. So when I did the my gaming channel a little bit, it's before my
Hmm.
mission, but I got to a point where I consistently uploaded a gaming video every day for about 2 months, and I
Hmm.
just played random indie games. And like when you're playing those indie games, especially some of them that are really repetitive and grindy, like you can't just sit there and not say anything and then do it. I mean, you can. So I just got really into the habit of just speaking and just like
Hmm.
saying the thoughts in my head and just talking. And so you
I see.
totally can. It is a different vibe because you're talking more to the audience, and the audience of Tilt the Show is just you guys right now. So I don't really feel like it. But when I was making those gaming videos, I had 500 people clicking on it. And so I would just sit there and I'd talk about like random stuff that I was thinking about or that I was doing or how I felt about this thing that I saw on the news. And it's just a mindset. There we go.
Mindset.
It's a mind state. It's a mindset where it's like maybe what I'm saying isn't necessarily like super engaging, 100% value, but I definitely can just speak for extended periods of time about various topics.
I mean, honestly, that's a skill. I honestly cannot do that. I think I've tried it when I'm like trying to film some gaming things, and like I've practiced like trying to talk alone. I'm sure I get better if I kept doing it, but
Yeah, for
I
sure.
cannot do it right now, like at all. That's why I need someone to game with me when I play games.
Totally, totally. I get that too. I think it makes it better too. It makes you kind of like open up more
I
and
think
be
it's
more
more entertaining
yourself.
to have someone for sure,
Yeah,
because like you can bring up topics and then you can conversate about them. Because
definitely.
even if you're just talking with yourself, like you're not getting any feedback, so you can't get any responses, so you can't like react to anything at all but
Yeah.
yourself.
Well, there was one person that he's a Binding of Isaac player. Oh man, I want to put some Binding of Isaac with you. Those would be some
Good.
fun videos,
I
dude.
need.
Those would be
We
some
need to film
sick
that.
videos.
You need to film that for
Oh
sure.
my
That's
gosh,
one
I'm
video I want to do.
so down, dude. Or races or anything. Like that game is just fun.
Yeah.
But so he's a Binding of Isaac player, probably one of the most famous. I'd be comfortable saying that. His name is NL, Northern Lion.
Hmm.
Right, he has a very famous Twitch stream called the NLSS, the Northern Lion Stream Show or something. But he just releases an Isaac video every day, and he's been doing it for the past 8 years of his life. I'm not exaggerating, every day. Maybe he's broken, okay, I'm not every, but like
But yeah,
literally it is a daily
basically every
thing.
day.
So I just am pulling him up here. He's on episode 1740 of his eyes of the new Binding of Isaac,
Well,
the
first off,
newest
oh,
update.
I was gonna say if he's daily, that doesn't
I
even
th-
make sense. It's only about 3 years.
I think that's right. So, but that's daily. And in these
Hmm.
videos, like he literally just I don't know why he does them still. Probably just because they're cathartic or he enjoys it. But they only get about 2,000 views, I
Hmm.
think. Maybe it's 22,000.
That's a
17,000.
very different number.
17,000. But 17,000 isn't making you money compared to like his other videos. I feel like oh gosh, maybe not. Oh crap. Never mind, forget I said anything. Okay, they average 30,000 views. But I don't feel
Okay,
like that's bringing in a lot of money, right? It's just 30,000 views. I could be wrong.
I not say yeah.
But
Neither you or have any experience getting monetized on
yeah.
YouTube
Well,
quite yet.
well, back in the good old days of YouTube, when I made a fake Jurassic Park 4 trailer, YouTube said they'd pay me 124 bucks because it got around 800,000 views.
Hmm.
I mean,
Did you
anyways,
ever take that?
no, I felt bad because I knew it was copyrighted. Like even as a kid, I was
Mm.
like, I used copyrighted videos, clips, and music, and I clickbaited people I'm not taking money for that. And I literally
What
didn't
do you
claim the
mean?
money. I didn't,
Everyone clickbaits these days.
but like it literally was copyrighted music. I was like, this money is not mine. Nothing about this
Uh,
video is mine.
I
I don't
mean, you'd
know
be
if that money's
surprised.
still sitting in that account. I can't access it. It's on Burning Vids 2000. I can't access that account anymore.
I see.
But I literally didn't claim it. I was like, no.
Hmm.
I'm impressed with my past self for having that level of integrity, especially
Honestly,
knowing what I did later in life.
I think you have less integrity now. I was about to say.
Oof.
Come on, as a kid, I feel like you have more integrity than you do as an adult.
Oh, totally. Totally, totally.
Like
I'm
honestly,
working
I
on
would
it
take
though.
that money. I would take that money,
I
even if
know,
I knew
right?
there was copyrighted stuff in there. Like if YouTube's
Yeah, if they
offering it,
just gave it to me, yeah, I know, right?
I mean that first of all, that means that letting it go past,
Yeah.
because obviously they're probably checking for copyright. I would
I think it
assume.
was also
At
about
least the
fear.
second.
I worried if I take this money, YouTube is gonna like
I'm
hunt
gonna
me
sue you for
down.
$1
Yeah,
billion.
they're gonna be like,
It's a trap.
give us back our $100, and I was like, no. I was literally probably 14,
Oh,
13.
no.
Uh, anyway, so I just learned that skill because I love watching those Binding of Isaac episodes from
Hmm.
Northern Line, and in those episodes, he doesn't talk about Isaac, okay? He has played so much of it at this point, and like his viewers don't go there to listen to someone talk about, oh, I have mom's knife and I'm destroying. They go because he literally just talks, and he's always like bantering about what's going on in his brain, and he literally just rants the whole video. And I
Hmm.
that's where I learned the skill is watching him. I was like, huh, I enjoy listening to him just talk about whatever comes to his brain. It doesn't seem that hard. And I just tried it out. I probably wasn't good, but I tried it out on those Hero Siege videos. Totally worked. Like I just
Hmm.
like filled the air. 60-minute video, 50-minute videos, and I would just like I don't know how I just talked the whole time. I could probably go back and look at what I said, and it's probably weird, but you're right. It's a learned skill.
Indeed. It's one I wish I could have, but I don't have, because nothing just comes to my mind like that.
Yeah, it's definitely you got to force it. You know, you have to actively think. Okay, I have to like. There's no one there to converse with, but it's like, what is
Hmm.
something that I could speak my mind about, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that is hard. Well, like you're like a recent anime you watched. What's a recent anime you watched? Pick
God of
one
High
of the
School.
50. Pick one of the.
God of High School, I think, is literally the most. Not Black Clover. Black Clover, actually. It doesn't matter.
Okay, God
But
of High
sure.
School. So you
Yeah.
just finished that. You recommended it to me. You said it's a really good anime. You recommended it to our whole friend group.
Yep.
You're making the video. You're sitting there. You think, okay, I've recently watched God of High School. You start off the video. It doesn't matter what you're playing. You're playing Minecraft. You're playing. I don't know what you play these days. Fall Guys. Fall Guys. I would just talk about Fall Guys. Honestly, it's still new enough. You know.
I think you could talk about the game if you aren't. If you. So yeah, the whole thing about that guy, the Northern, what's his face,
Yeah, yeah.
is that he's only playing Isaac. He's constantly only playing Isaac. But the
Mhm.
whole point is like I'm playing a variety of games, which allows me space to converse about the game and the random things on top of that.
Yeah. And so you are right. So that I think that's where it cuts in because if you are just playing the game for the first time and you don't know, you can totally talk about the game.
Hmm.
But it is those moments where it's like I played so much of this that like I want to have the skill of talking dead air. So the way I would do it is just so I was explaining to you is like think about something recent you've done. I watched God of High School. Then just say what you would say if someone was asking you questions about it. Like, I
Mm.
actually really like God of High School. You know, it's one of the better animes in compared to that. And then you get into it and you're like, oh, this anime tier list, if you, and then you can like, speaking of anime tier lists, I gotta say that even though God of High School is good, I definitely gotta put Fairy Tail at the top, which I know you'd
Yeah,
never say, but I'm just
but the
saying.
thing, I'm just saying, but like that doesn't come to my mind naturally. That's the whole point. That's why it's hard.
I
You
guess I
don't
get that.
understand. This is the different. This is the difference in how a mind works. This
Yeah.
is why it's a learned skill.
Maybe you could just have like post-it notes
Oh my
with
god.
prompts on them, and as you play, you like
Please.
lift it up. Favorite cheese, provolone.
No, I've like looked up like some hypothetical questions, like, and I occasionally try to ask those if like as like for a video.
Yeah. Oh, he cut out. I don't know if that's on my end or his end.
What was that?
Oh, your camera cut out. Oh, we
Uh,
switched places.
all right,
Oh no,
turned
wait.
on my camera.
Oh, you
I
came
have no idea
back.
what happens. It was
I just
probably
had.
my end, considering
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
my
had
camera cut out.
flashbacks. I was like, I looked at the time. I was like, is it 12? And it's 12:06. It's like, oh
That's
no.
what I thought too. Anyway, back to back to what we were talking about. So yeah, back when I played all Tunnel League with Gestaldo, I thought of like hypothetical questions to ask about. It's like, oh, if you were stuck on an island, like would you choose to like live on an island where it's like you just have like everything you need, but like you had no one there, and it's like situations like that. It's like I like post hypotheticals.
Do you want me to
Yeah, you
answer
could
that
have we could
question?
have we could have an entire video about that too. Just
Hypotheticals.
hypotheticals.
I think I would rather be with people instead of have everything
Oh
I need.
no, yeah, for sure. Like that's a better broad topic because like you see a variety of answers, variety of opinions,
Yeah.
see what the majority is, and then you get to see that one random person that goes against the grain. It's like
It goes against
it's
the
so
grain.
weird.
Yeah. That is true. It would be dope. And that'd be fun to do on the
Yeah.
show. To like get like 5 hypotheticals and let everyone answer.
I see. Like if it's like an argument or like a thought-provoking question, that's where I would specialize
Yeah.
a lot more in.
I think thought-provoking questions a lot of time turn into arguments for me.
Yeah, I mean because there's probably that's why it's thought-provoking.
Yeah. It's because a lot of the time I'll talk and I'll respond to someone and then they help me refine, like, especially with you, I'll say something and like maybe you'll debate because I feel
Hmm.
like you like to play devil's advocate, and but you'll say something and then it will force me to like further back up my point of view or to look a little deeper in. And we'll get to a point where it's like, and it suddenly spreads out. I'm like, oh, I never even thought about this, but like, turns out my point of view encompasses like a lot of different things that kind of come together. I think that's probably the same for like a lot of people. Like if you listen to, I just listened to Ben Shapiro and Joe Rogan. I don't know how much. Do you listen to a lot of podcasts or not really?
No, not at all.
So
I would
Joe
say
Rogan, he's
I
just
do know
fun.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
I
cause
do
he
know Joe
just
Rogan. I've heard a few things.
yeah he
I've
just
heard a
interviews
few.
really famous people.
Yep.
And so Ben Shapiro, do you know him?
I feel like I've heard the name.
Yeah, you probably heard it like Ben Shapiro destroys leftists in abortion argument, like stuff like that. Ben Shapiro's just a super. He kind of talks really high pitched and really quickly,
Hmm.
and he's very articulate, and he's really good at winning arguments and winning debates. It's really fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
See, I was about to say he sounds just like me when my voice cracks. It's like he's really articulate,
And my
so
voice cracks.
never mind.
So so Joe Rogan is very liberal and Ben Shapiro is extremely conservative. Even
Okay.
though I wouldn't count him as an extreme person because he's not that extreme.
Hmm.
It's just people just think it's extreme. Anyway,
Okay.
that's a different topic. The point is they have this podcast together, right? It's only an hour and
Yeah.
a half, and they start out on like one topic, right? The topic is like
Sure.
police brutality. And they end up just from that one topic, they end up talking about and defining stances and understanding racism, systemic racism, the political candidates, how the race problem would be solved, how police unions need to be solved, how that ties together with school unions, how that applies to different working jobs and the feminist movements, which ties into views on if pornography, because before the feminist movement was very against pornography and now they're very pro pornography. And so just I think you have like 9 different controversial topics that all have their different sides that just sprung out of the one question because they're all interrelated. And so this whole hour and a half long podcast was just like this kind of like a rabbit hole of just conversation, like all these questions. It just
I
like
mean,
got
that's a very deep question, honestly.
yeah. It's really interesting to listen to though because like all the comments I didn't agree at. The comments are like, wow, this is such a like this is how two adults are supposed to disagree, or this is a very good disagreement between two people because they weren't mean. They disagreed, but they weren't mean. As I'm
Hmm.
watching the video, I think they said the words "I agree with you" probably 8 times more than they said the words "I disagree with you." Like they literally agreed on so much stuff, and so I'm like, why did people comment like, "This is what a healthy disagreement looks like"? I'm like, they literally agreed on almost everything except for weed, pretty much. Like,
Hmm. Wow, it's a very good argument.
yeah. Anyway, so I don't know where I was going with that about the whole Joe Rogan
I don't
podcast,
either.
but I do enjoy. Oh yeah, the questions and how they can lead to so many other things, which I feel is what would exactly happen in our friend group if we pose one hypothetical question.
Also, we can get very heated too. Is the thing.
Yeah, I feel like one person just escalates and escalates everyone. Like one
That's
person
fair. I
lost a
mean,
Valorant game.
just think about the time we argued about Spike Ball and Pockets.
Oh my. Okay, but who got heated in that situation, right?
I just say, nonetheless,
One
someone got heated.
individual.
But one person got heated, and then more people did get heated after that.
Yeah, but like.
They were more heated, not as heated as the one person, but they were more heated after that.
That is true. But like at the end of the day. No, yeah, no, you're right. They were all heated. And that was just ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, so maybe that would actually be a bad.
And depends on the topic and
Maybe
how
that'd be a bad
seriously people are.
gaming video idea. Like you bring up this topic, you end up like pausing the game and just like raging at each other. Like, let me look up this Wikipedia article. You're AFK in your fountain. Which, by the way, I found 2 old League of Legends videos that like we recorded because you didn't have space and I recorded them for you and we lost them both. I don't know if you remember that. You said you
I
had
don't
bad
remember
memory.
this.
I think you didn't have enough space and you're like, Matt, can you record these? I was like, yeah. And they were such bad games that the way the last video ends is, yep, I freaking knew it, yep. And then it's like, F this game, and we all FF, and then I just go and I go to OBS, I click stop recording. Like, that's literally how it ends. Like, we played 2 games, and we were just done.
Dude, that happens a lot though, honestly. Like, we just play and then people rage because we just lost. And
I
then
think
someone's
you're
like,
good at
"Alright,
not
it's not a
raging,
good
though.
video."
I think
I
you're
mean,
good
I
at not
don't-
raging.
I don't get mad, I would really say. Honestly.
Yeah, you get annoyed, I feel like. I think you use that
Oh,
term
I
a
get
lot.
annoyed a lot, but
You're
I
like,
don't think
"I'm
you guys
annoyed."
ever see me like actually mad
Yeah,
in a long time.
in a long time. You're right, I
In
haven't.
a long time.
You're level-headed. But I'm not gonna lie, like, when Critch called me tonight, I was like, hey, dude. He's like, oh, just because I'm playing Valorant. And I literally was like, please, please tell me you won. Like, I was so. He's like, I feel so good because we just won. But that conversation could have been like, I hate this. I hate Valorant. You know?
Sure.
So.
Uh,
And it's not it. It's everything with our friend group. Fall Guys? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Oh, it was me, Aldo, and Critch. And Critch was tryharding. He takes off all of his gear. And he's running just like a little white blob. And he lost. I think it was like some glitch, or maybe he just got mad because someone got in his way. But like he quits. And he's like, no, I can't. I'm done with this game. Stupid game. Quits. And then it's just me and Aldo. And I won. Like Chris didn't even spectate me, and I won that round. It was my first win. And I was like, like it's
feels
fine.
bad.
It does feel bad. It felt really good though.
Uh,
All right. Well, we just talked for like
well,
half an hour.
there we go.
I'm gonna call that
Fulfillment.
good.
Achievement fulfilled once more.
Achievement fulfilled. We didn't do an intro though. I'll
Today
take this. I'll
is-
put it at the front.
What a troll.
All right. Well, thanks, Thomas. I appreciate you supporting me.
Yep, that's what I'm here for.
And I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright,
Same
we're off.
same time. Same time.
I don't know about same time, but we'll see.
Okay. Hey, bye,
See ya.
Thomas. Take it easy.